Hi guys, welcome back to another video from Real Therapy Fishing. Today we've bought a boat. So as you can see, she's not in a very good state at the moment. There's a lot of sort of fiberglass coming off. It's just sort of fairly tatty really, little bits and pieces that need sorting out. But she's a sturdy boat, isn't she, Dylan?
She is.
There's a little underneath. Just some little patches really, fiberglass, and we can sort all that out. Take you around this side. Born to fish. It certainly will be. Fishing soon. Yeah, there's quite a few nasty little bits. We've got a sort of a base sort of plywood on here, which is quite handy, but obviously we're going to need replacing. But if you get water in the boat, obviously it'll sit in the gully, come right to the back, and there's a little bung hole through there. That's obviously a bilge, don't know if that works, we'll sort that out. And then it goes through into the cavity, and we're going to actually put on the back of it another bung here, which is going to be like on our other 10 footer, so we'll be able to drain out that water when we get back to the beach or whatever. So yeah, I mean, it needs some work here and there, but Dylan says he's good at fiberglassing, so I hope so. Yeah, it'll be good. We're looking forward to it. So we'll flip it over and make a start on the hole first, I think. So what we like most about this boat compared to other boat, because we're going to think about keeping this one, we're going to put it in the water, test it a few times, and then go from there and see whether we like it compared to our other boat. So this one here has got a bilge well, which our other boat hasn't got. It's also got a sort of more of a fabricated platform there, hasn't it?
Yeah,
so
that's right.
Ideal for a sort of a seating area, and also I guess buoyancy.
Yeah,
as
buoyancy
well.
tanks, yeah. Which brings us onto the back, which has got a lot better seating arrangement.
Has, isn't it? Yeah.
Because on our last boat, on the one we got out there, when we attached our engine and you're sitting on the back, it's a bit tight to move the tiller handle on the outboard. So we're thinking this setup might be a little bit better. We can clamp the outboard to here, sit over on that seat or on this seat, and we've got a little bit more room to move about and to position ourselves to fish as well. So
what's also quite handy, Dylan, is this is all sort of been fiberglassed in, hasn't it? This
it's
seat,
all moulded, yeah.
It's all moulded, and it actually looks quite strong. I think probably we'll go over it, won't we?
Yeah, the floor's a little bit flimsy as well in some places, so yeah, we might have to double up on the fiberglass somewhere.
And the other benefit about this as well, because it's sort of got almost like a little keel, hasn't it?
Yeah, that's right. And
we was looking, there's a big old bit of fiberglass that needs doing there. We'll flip it over in a minute and we can show you the underside of it. Yeah. But yeah, generally that keel, we looked it up, didn't we? It sort of gives you a bit more stability in the water, doesn't it?
Yeah,
Stops you from sort of drifting sideways in the wind and that sort of thing. So price wise, we got this trailer and the boat for £145, didn't we?
That's right, yeah.
So not a bad price. So I think by the time we've sort of spent, I don't know, probably another couple hundred quid, whatever it may be.
Yeah, we've already got most of the paint and things already.
We have,
fiberglass, haven't we?
Yeah,
so
we've got most of the fiberglass, most of the stuff.
It's a cheap project.
Yeah,
and
we just had to buy some paint for the inside, haven't we?
Yes, we bought some hardware and epoxy paint.
Yeah.
We'll go through together, because that's our first time using an actual epoxy paint. So
it'd be good little project. We're looking forward to doing this one. I'm looking forward to using it as well. I think it's going to be a nice sized boat for sort of getting out and doing a little bit of bassing in the sort of summer evenings if we can't be sort of bothered to go over to the big boat and pull that out. These are quite handy, these little ones, aren't they? And also for our piking as well, for piking.
And this one is so light compared to our other boat.
Yeah, I mean, we've just...
It's ridiculous, look.
Just lifted it up, you know. So it is really light, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, once we've added the floor and that back in, because obviously we're going to have to replace the floor. Once we've added that in, it will get a little bit heavier, but...
And it depends how much fiberglass you put on as well, Dylan.
That's right, yeah. Yeah, true, yeah. So,
if you get a bit heavy-handed with the fiberglass, it might become a heavy boat.
That's right, yeah.
But yeah, we're looking forward to doing this. We're going to flip it over and we'll show you the other side. So just flipped it over, and as you can see, Dylan's already made a start on sanding this down and sort of getting rid of this. I guess it's just like a top layer of paint I had on it originally, didn't
Yeah, I think it's like the black stuff. I think it's an anti-foul.
Yeah, this stuff here was the original gel coat. It's obviously got a bit of spidering which we can sort of fill and sort that out. There's obviously this big sort of scarf piece that they've put in.
And there's one on the back there as well,
yeah,
isn't there?
it's obviously a hole at some time, but what we're going to do is rub them right down, get them dead smooth, and then we'll, yeah, sort of picking off a bit there.
Yeah.
Get it all off, and then we'll sort of re-fiberglass matting over them. There's some few little knocks and dents here and there to sort out.
Yeah, there's a few soft spots, but nothing we can't fix.
Not a bad little boat, is it really?
No.
Quite nice. And that is quite deep, sort of.
It's a deep V-hole, isn't it?
Yeah, it has, sort of, for a little dinghy. It's quite like I say, proper light, really
Light as
light,
anything, yeah.
That really is good. So we'll make a start, or say Dylan's made a start, but we'll get all this black off, and then we know what we're looking at, and we can start addressing these little bits and pieces. But it's not too bad, not too bad.
We'll get cracking.
Even Captain Jack likes it. you can see here where someone's had an attempt at repairing it, and it is really quite thick, really sort of, it's just been sort of slapped on, glued on, and as you can see we're just starting to get a nice sort of shape to it. Once we get that all sorted out, we can then put another layer of tissue fiberglass over that, and that'll make that look a lot better, and yeah, that'll be nice, because at the moment, that, as you can see, that is really, really horrible. So Dylan's just going around and taking off all these little clips here. Just popped them up there for now. We think that's probably to hold a cover on or something, but he's just taking them all off around the back, or should I say around the side, and then he's going to do a few around this side as well. There's a couple more around this side to do. So she's getting there. Most of the black stuff is off. I've just got a bit more on these rails to do. Don't know what they're called, but, and as you can see, Dylan's started to remove the green as well, so it's looking quite good. Still got the back end to do, quite a lot of fiberglass. We've got the holes to repair, but it's quite a good idea what we've done, and stripped it right back so we can actually see what needs to be addressed. But it's getting there. Yeah. I think the plan is we're going to keep it two-tone, aren't we? We're not just going to paint it one colour, are we?
No, we're going to have the plan is the Real Therapy, our actual bigger boat, we're going to have it that blue colour where this green stripe is.
Yep.
So the dark navy blue. And then we're going to have the red anti-foul. So basically copy Real Therapy. This will be like a miniature version.
Yeah, of course.
Real Therapy. So.
And obviously anti-foul is a lot harder, isn't it?
Yeah,
a lot harder wearing. And
although we're going to be taking this in the river, we will be taking this into the sea as well.
Exactly. So she's coming along. We're getting there. It's a slow task, isn't it?
It really is.
How long have we been doing this? Probably a good hour and a half, haven't we?
Yeah, easy.
But yeah, it's coming along. We're getting. We're quite pleased with it.
Okay, guys. So we started to remove the paint from this side, as you can see, but we've actually decided that there's no point in doing that because this paint is fairly thin. So we're just going to keep this paint on. I'm just going to get all the way around there, like so, and the back. We have discovered something.
She's revealed her true name, hasn't she?
Yes, if I can see that. Lady Blue, she's called. Just there. So we're not quite sure what we're going to name this boat, are we, Dad?
No, not too sure.
So if any of you have got a suggestion of what you want to name this boat, please leave it down in the comments, because we don't know yet, do we?
Well, preferably something to do with Real Therapy as well, I suppose. That'd be quite nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, link it in with
lines,
that.
maybe, which could be like Real Therapy 2 in a way.
Yeah.
But
I'm trying to think of some different names. We can't think of anything yet. So if you guys know, then let us know.
So we've come to a decision that we want to utilise this front. I guess it's a buoyancy tank originally. I mean, a lot of it, as you can see, the fiberglass is actually lifted away from it. So I think what we're going to do is use it as an anchor sort of locker. So we're going to cut a hatch into here, probably on a couple of hinges, stainless steel hinges, brass hinges, whatever, that we can lift up and pull the anchor out. I mean, it will just make more sense, really, to be honest with you, to actually have places where we can put things. And we're also going to do the same. I mean, me and Dylan are both right-handed, so we've both decided that that's probably the area where we'd sit. So again, we're going to do the same in here. We're going to cut a big hole into that one and make it again another lid, and we can put rope and everything in there. Can't we? Fuel,
yeah, fuel, the lot,
fuel cans, the whole lot.
And that'd be a good thing if we're sitting over this side here on this one. That there, having fuel and that in there will balance out the weight.
True. That will, yeah.
So
that's the plan. So we're going to go ahead, and I think we'll wait on this one, but we're going to cut into that front one because we've got a bit of repair work to do underneath the boat as well. The fiberglass is quite thin underneath, so that's what we're going to do, and that'll benefit us. That really will. So we're going to go ahead and cut a hole in the boat. there we have it. With some rotten wood as well inside, so that's not a bad idea we've done that. You can just see that there, look. And we've created ourselves a nice little hatch area there, haven't we?
Yeah.
Good, good. So as you can see there's a slight hole in the bottom of the boat, and it was where the fiberglass was extremely thin, so from underneath we've sort of sanded that away, got rid of the worst of it, and it's quite a nice hole there we've cut. So yeah, anyway, Dylan's gonna fill it from the inside here, and then when we flip the boat back over again, we'll be able to sort it out from the underside as well, make it a bit thicker, so we don't sink and we can actually enjoy our fishing rather than sinking.
Right, so we're going to mix up a bit of resin and chop strand to fill that bottom in the hole. We've got some fairly thick chop strands here. I think that's probably about 2 or 3 mil thick. So we're going to be using this. I'm just going to cut it into strips. This is quite itchy, so I would recommend putting on some gloves for if you're going to be doing this. Cut out strips like that. Go for 2 or 3. Go for 2, just like that. So that's a chop strand bit done. Right, we've got a big batch of resin there.
We've had that a long time, haven't we?
Yeah, we've
done quite a few projects with that. So
you get a container, and I've just got the lid of the container just to scoop some out. We don't need a lot of resin. Just one more scoop, 1.5 scoop. That'll definitely do.
So this is a 2-part, isn't it?
Yeah, 2-part. Get that excess off. Right. So yeah, as Dad says, this is a 2-part epoxy. So you've got your catalyst here. And we're just going to add that in.
Supposed to measure it, but we never do we?
Nah, just...
And always sets.
It always goes off. We're going to add a little bit more today because...
To make sure it definitely, yeah. They go off pretty quick as well, don't we?
Yeah. Okay, I'm going to use the brush. Make sure it's thoroughly mixed.
So we're just using an old brush there, aren't we? Because
yeah, you definitely don't want to use your new brushes.
No, that was set solid, that, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it sort of goes like a sort of a brownie colour, doesn't it?
Yeah,
when it starts to...
that's it, yeah. When the reaction starts.
And I can just sort of slowly see that going now, isn't it?
Yeah,
just slightly.
Colour.
So just mix it well then, Dylan, yeah?
Yeah, just mix it well. That's good enough. So we're going to grab our 2 bits of chop strand that we've got and take our resin outside. Alright, so first things first, before you put your chop strand down, always paint on a bit of epoxy because we've found it sticks 10 times better.
Don't know if you can quite see that, guys, but
yeah, it's a bit awkward.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get you an angle in there a bit, but
I'm struggling to get my hand in there.
Small gap in it.
There's a small gap. But
just trying to show you what we're doing, really, isn't it? But...
So we've got our pre-cut bit of chop strand, and what we're going to do is we're going to lap it up as well. So you want to get that dead central. So here's a really small hole.
Still see the light through it, just about, can't you?
Just about, yeah.
So I think 2 bits will be enough for that, won't it?
Should just be. Try and get it as straight as you can, and literally don't be shy with this stuff. I mean, it's so much better to buy it in bigger lumps because you don't have to worry about it.
And that really is just the glue, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's the glue that's gonna...
If you're buying the West Systems epoxy, you're paying the earth for it, so if you have got an epoxy supplier, definitely go to them. But basically all I'm doing here is just dabbing it down and pushing it into place.
And like you say, if you can always add to that, can't you?
Oh, definitely.
Build it up in layers. You know, do a bit today, a bit tomorrow if you need to. So if you just want to put one piece down and the next day or whenever do another bit, can't you?
Yeah, you don't have to do it all in one go. And with our stuff, you don't have to work that quick with it actually.
No, it doesn't dry.
Whereas some epoxies, you really do have to work quick with it.
I'm just going to show that actual resin as well. You can see it's gone brown, look. So, started quite a bright green, didn't it? But
can't quite see whether that's got in. See on the GoPro, there you go.
See it on there, can't you?
We're
That's
looking
good.
for the GoPro. Right, so I'm going to add my second chop strand mat now. Pre-fold it, make it a bit easier. Just like so.
It's going to be so much easier to build up from the bottom then, isn't it?
Yes.
Once we've done that inside here.
100%.
So we've sort of benefited twice here really by cutting a hatch in and making ourselves a little storage unit, and also
Filling this
filling
up.
the hole. It's a bit awkward in there, isn't it, to film, but
Yeah.
get in there.
Get your hand in there.
Yeah. You're doing a good job though, Dylan.
Get in there. Thing with fiberglass as well is what I've, or what we've learned, is have one person laying the fiberglass. Obviously we've just done this for film purposes, me doing it all, but if you get one person doing the resin and then one person laying the fiberglass,
It is easier, isn't it?
yeah, you don't get all the fibres on your hands. So I'm going to use all this resin in here because why not?
Yeah. Make sure there's no holes in it. I don't want to sink.
No. On the edge of that fiberglass.
You really have used all of it as well, haven't you?
Yeah.
Good.
Just the right amount. I think we're pretty good.
We'll just have a little... That looks pretty good on the GoPro, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe just that
Lovely.
corner.
Yeah. Excellent.
And that's it. That's that hole patched.
All done.
Okay guys, so we've just finished the chop strand mat. That'll be it for this series. We've sanded the boat, got it all prepped, ready to do the fiberglassing. In the next series we're going to be doing the underside body filler and getting it painted, start to get it painted. So I'll see you there.
See you later, guys.